We're in the middle of installing Party on the Caps. So this curved wall that we picked up in 3 parts is going to be put together, painted, and then eventually installed. And that will be actually a screen. I have these parameters, which is like the sound, the editing, the animation. Everything is designed for the film so that I can have a straight line. And then I add the space, how many screens, the scale. And so everything is coming together, and then the final touch is the video finally makes it onto the surfaces that were built for it. The problem is things that are level never look straight. This is a step where I get to edit my film but using space instead of time. I kind of like go shot by shot, and for each shot decide what do you see where. I can make cuts, but I can also show something in different places, and that has an effect on how you experience the film. The sculptures started happening with the films in mind. So I never kind of like made a sculpture that's not paired with the film. You bring into it things that are characteristics of another way of thinking. You learn something from animation that has to do with humor. And then you can make sculptures that are funny. So I'll have like the master version of the video, that is what you would watch as like a film. And then the sculptures, they come from a digital world that I imagine. And then they're fabricated. And so they all come from opposite places and they meet in the middle. I went to the high school I went to in Rabat, Morocco, and I filmed a group of teenagers. The subject of Mission Teens is the French-speaking culture in Morocco.
Moi, je suis dans le système français depuis limite la crèche.
The biggest tool for the way that French maintains its power is education.
Social, que l'enfant soit à la mission, c'est un prestige.
And the film is not about how French is not a Moroccan language, but it's more so about why French is political and also a soft power tool.
Donc, la définition du tiers-monde, elle est à maîtriser.
I was French educated. Like, I learned about French history, French geography, the ways that I thought, or like the way that I developed being able to be critical, all these things are complete product of French school. And I had to emancipate myself from that to be able to talk about it.
La mission française, c'est qu'on s'intéresse pas beaucoup genre au pays dans lequel on vit, sachant que même si c'est une école française, mais voilà quoi, genre on est au Maroc et je veux bien qu'ils s'intéressent plus au Maroc, à l'islam et tout, parce que genre par exemple moi, certes je suis marocaine, je suis musulmane.
I'm a fancy house in Rabat.
Also, I filmed houses from the neighborhoods where most people like who go to French school live.
Got me up a golden door. I'm very much what everyone admires.
Kind of like from the architecture, you can see what lifestyle people aspire to. Mission Teens, it's first been shown here at the Whitney Biennial, inside these sculptures on the terrace. I call them viewing stations.
Palm trees, marble floors, and a view of Porsche.
When you press the button, it actually steals the video from the other side. The other person on the other side pressed the button as well, and so it becomes about having to coexist. The themes I choose for my work, I don't make a conscious choice of being like, I want to talk about postcolonialism. I try to kind of like follow what I spontaneously am drawn to. party on the caps.
You know the island known as the Caps.
I imagined a world where teleportation is possible.
Remember when teleportation replaced airplanes?
It's kind of like thinking about immigration in the future. Europe and America would freak out about their borders if teleportation was possible.
I can tell you I still confused.
The Caps is an island in the middle of the Atlantic. That is a place where the American troopers, which is like a new version of ICE kind of, has put people that have been intercepted from Africa trying to teleport to America. And then the place has become a place of its own. The whole island of the Caps is a physical analogy for the idea of diaspora, how people think of diasporas as either having to fully assimilate or return to the land they come from, but that actually there's a third alternative, which is in that in-between. Can you have the starting point be where the lens would be? See, like the screen should come here. Usually when something interests me, I'm not able to clarify at first why I'm interested in it. And so that effort to articulate that interest, that's the work. I haven't been able to express myself or articulate myself with words as well as I would like to. And I think it has to do with being here for 10 years and being English second language and kind of like feeling like I'm losing a little bit of my first language, which is a very strange feeling. I've always kind of been in between languages, and I've found that developing this practice that pulls from so many different languages of TV, cinema, sculpture, and installation, mixing it all together has allowed me to hit the right note in my own way.